In addition to our previous video, Discover Violations Leading to Manual Actions, here is a full overview of the reasons why your website can be demoted or totally excluded from Discover. This is the official support page from Google. If you received such a penalty, you'll find a notice in your Search Console account, under Security and Manual Actions. It's quite important for a Discover editor to master these rules rather than risk a coercive action. Some of these rules are quite straightforward. They deal with adult, dangerous, harassing, hateful, sexually explicit, terrorist, violent, or vulgar content. This is a no-go, and as a Discover editor, you should be familiar with them. Artificial freshening is more interesting. This deals with an article that gets a new publication date, but without any real reason justifying it. An implicit hint here is that you gain some advantage by giving an article a new date, or there would be no need for a penalty. Just make sure that the new version of the article really adds something substantial. Don't just change a word in the title, the picture, and set a new date. Now, what is a significant change in the eyes of Google? That is still to be precisely defined. Also, pay attention to some CMS that can change the publication date of your article whenever you change a comma. WordPress, anyone? Make sure you triple-check what your CMS does and how to avoid such behavior. Closely related and mentioned as well redirections, or creating a new article close to an existing one. Manipulated media. This addresses deep fakes and misleading AI-generated content, but can also deal with some collages you did from real photos, where the result, or the context it gives to the title, can be misleading. A great collage can improve your center, just don't go too far. Medical content, not medical or health content per se. We can see many health-related articles in Discover, but rather content that goes against scientific consensus. Be extra cautious here, as this definition is rather broad and could imply more than you think. Misleading content. This can be linkbait, but in a wide interpretation, your title can be exaggerated or promise something extraordinary, and that would be enough. But this category also includes articles where the title promises information that is not to be found in the article itself. As always, there is a delicate balance to be found between a catchy title and a misleading one. If you want to last on Discover, don't cross the line. Lastly, transparency. As a Discover editor, it's very likely you are good on this side, or you wouldn't enter in the first place. But you may update your website, forget a link to the author page, some legalese, and all of a sudden you're no longer compliant. Google says there are exceptions, and we saw a few of them in our database, but they're just that, exceptions. Your website has to display clear dates and signatures, data about authors, publication, and the editor, the company or network behind the content, contact information. Discover is a huge traffic source, and with great power comes great responsibilities. Know the limits, flirt with them if you feel adventurous, but don't cross them.